You cut out sugar. You stopped eating bread. Desserts? Gone. You've been disciplined, consistent, and doing everything right. But then your blood test comes back, and your blood sugar is still high. That doesn't make sense. So what's really going on? It gets even more frustrating when your doctor starts questioning you, like you're secretly cheating on your diet. But you're not. The truth is, there's a hidden factor almost nobody talks about, and it changes everything you thought you knew about blood sugar. Most people believe blood sugar is only about what you eat. Too much sugar, too many carbs, problem solved. But that's only half the story. There's a powerful organ working behind the scenes that could be the real reason your numbers stay high. Meet your liver. This organ has over 500 functions, and one of its most important roles is something most people completely overlook. It can actually produce sugar inside your body, even when you're not eating any. Here's why that matters. Certain parts of your body, like sections of your brain and kidneys, absolutely require sugar to function. So even if you avoid carbs completely, your body has a backup system to keep those tissues alive. And that backup system is your liver. When you're not eating sugar, your liver steps in and starts making it from other sources like fat and protein. It's a survival mechanism, but it can also become a problem. This is why people on low-carb or sugar-free diets can still see high blood glucose levels. Your body switches to burning fat for fuel, but at the same time, your liver keeps producing sugar to supply essential tissues. So now the real question is, if your body can make sugar on its own, what's supposed to stop it from making too much? The answer is a critical hormone that acts like an off switch for sugar production. That hormone is insulin. When insulin is working properly, it tells your liver to slow down or stop producing sugar. But if that signal breaks down, your liver keeps pumping out glucose nonstop, even when you don't need it. And this is where things start to go wrong for most people. After years of high-carb eating, your body becomes less responsive to insulin. This condition, known as insulin resistance, essentially disables that off switch. When insulin resistance builds up, your cells stop responding properly to insulin signals. So even though insulin is present, your liver doesn't hear the command to stop producing sugar. And it keeps going as if nothing changed. Think about that for a second. Your body is already dealing with enough sugar, but your liver believes there's a shortage. So it continues releasing more glucose into your bloodstream, pushing your blood sugar higher and higher. And here's the part most people miss. This doesn't happen overnight. Insulin resistance develops slowly over years, often 10 to 20 years of frequent carb intake, constant snacking, and elevated insulin levels. During that time, your blood sugar might actually look normal on standard tests. Why? Because insulin is working overtime behind the scenes, clearing sugar out of your blood and keeping everything appearing fine. But just because your blood sugar looks normal doesn't mean your metabolism is healthy. In reality, your insulin levels could be very high, and that's something most routine tests don't even check. Eventually, though, the system starts to break down. The constant demand exhausts your body. Insulin becomes less effective, and in some cases, your body may not even produce enough of it anymore. Now you're dealing with two problems at once. Your liver is overproducing sugar, and there isn't enough effective insulin to remove that sugar from your bloodstream. That's when blood glucose levels start rising rapidly. Here's something even more surprising. In many people with diabetes, up to 80% of the sugar in their blood isn't coming from food. It's coming directly from the liver itself. This is also why certain medications can lower blood sugar. They target the liver and improve insulin sensitivity. But here's the catch. They don't actually fix the root cause. They only manage the symptoms. So if you're not eating sugar but your blood sugar is still high, the source is likely internal, not external. It's either your liver overproducing glucose due to insulin resistance or another hidden trigger. One major hidden trigger most people overlook is stress. When your body is under stress, it releases a hormone called cortisol. This hormone has a direct impact on your blood sugar levels. Cortisol signals your body to release more glucose into the bloodstream. It's a survival response designed to give you quick energy in stressful situations. But when stress is constant, that system stays switched on. This means even if your diet is perfect, chronic stress alone can keep your blood sugar elevated. In some cases, it can even push someone into prediabetes or diabetes without any major dietary issues. It gets even more intense when cortisol is introduced through medication. Drugs like prednisone can dramatically raise blood sugar levels. They mimic this stress response and flood the body with glucose. Now, there's another situation that confuses a lot of people. You wake up in the morning, test your blood sugar, and it's high, even though you didn't eat anything the night before. What's happening there? This is something known as the dawn phenomenon. It occurs in the early morning hours when your body naturally releases a surge of hormones, including cortisol, to help wake you up. Around that time, usually early morning, your cortisol levels spike. This triggers your liver to release glucose into the bloodstream, preparing your body for the day ahead, even before you eat anything. But here's the key detail. If your system is healthy, insulin will balance this out. If you have insulin resistance, that balance is lost, and your blood sugar stays elevated instead of coming back down. So if your morning blood sugar is consistently high despite eating clean, it's a strong sign that your liver is overactive, and your insulin isn't effectively controlling it. At this point, it's not about what you ate yesterday. It's about what your body has been doing for years. And the good news is, once you understand this, you can actually start fixing it. Now let's talk about testing, because this is where a lot of confusion happens. You might check your blood sugar occasionally and see normal numbers, but that doesn't always give you the full picture of what's really going on. There's a test called A1C, which shows your average blood sugar over the past 3 months. It's more reliable than a single reading because it captures long-term patterns, not just one moment in time. Yes, your liver producing extra sugar can slightly raise your A1C. But for many people, the issue is more noticeable at specific times, like in the morning, rather than consistently high all day long. For example, if your blood sugar spikes in the morning, something as simple as a walk can help bring it down quickly. That's because your body starts using that extra glucose as fuel for movement. But there's an even more powerful test that most people never take, and it can reveal the real problem much earlier than glucose tests ever will. That test is your fasting insulin level. Your fasting insulin should ideally be between 2 and 6. Even levels like 7 or 8 can be a warning sign. And if it's 12 or higher, that usually indicates strong insulin resistance already developing. This test gives you a much clearer picture of what your body is doing behind the scenes. Because long before blood sugar rises, insulin is already elevated, trying to keep everything under control. If your fasting insulin is high, it means your body is still struggling, even if your glucose looks normal. And that's often why your liver continues producing excess sugar. So now that you understand the real cause, the big question becomes, how do you actually fix this problem at the root instead of just managing the symptoms? The solution isn't complicated, but it does require consistency. You have to reverse insulin resistance and give your body enough time to reset how it responds to insulin again. Step 1. Reduce your carbohydrate intake. Not just obvious sugars, but hidden starches too. Start reading labels carefully. Ingredients like maltodextrin can spike insulin just as much as sugar. Step 2. Eliminate snacking, especially late at night. Constant eating keeps insulin elevated all day long. Your body never gets a break, preventing it from resetting and becoming sensitive to insulin again. If you just ate a full meal, why would you need a snack an hour later? That's not real hunger. It's often driven by cravings, habits, or dopamine responses triggered by ultra-processed foods. Many of these snack foods are engineered to keep you coming back for more. They're designed to override your natural hunger signals and keep insulin levels constantly elevated. Instead, focus on eating 2 to 3 solid meals a day, no in-between snacking. For even better results, try 2 meals within a set window, like lunch and dinner. Give your body time to rest in between. Step 3. Manage your stress. Chronic stress keeps cortisol high, directly raising blood sugar. Prioritize quality sleep, regular movement, and time outdoors to naturally lower stress levels. Even simple habits like daily walking or getting sunlight can significantly improve blood sugar regulation. Small changes, done consistently, can create powerful results over time. Now here's the key. This doesn't fix overnight. Your body needs time to heal. For some people it takes weeks, for others months, but the process does work. The goal is simple. Lower insulin consistently for long enough that your body becomes sensitive to it again. Once that happens, your liver finally gets the signal to stop overproducing sugar. So if your blood sugar is high even when you're not eating sugar, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just missing this piece of the puzzle. Fix the root cause, and everything starts to fall into place.